Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for Santos versus Hermansson. Brazil's Thiago Santos is 4 years older than the Swede-born Jack Hermansson. The Swede is 1 inch taller and he also has a 1.5 inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Oslo, Norway, by way of Uddevalla, Sweden, Jack the Joker Hermansson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding a professional record, 15 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Thiago Santos. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jaron Valero.
So the third man in the octagon is Gerin Villel.
On my cue, please.
So with a combined 20 knockouts in their careers, Santos and Hermansson are 2 very dangerous fighters. 67% KO finish rate for Santos, 63 for the Joker.
Hermansson comes out bouncing in his stance, really moving forward, feinting. Santos is changing stances very frequently so far. Both guys look like they want to get right to business.
Number 15 ranked Santos in the black, Hermansson in the grey. But 2 big hitters in front of us.
I was about to say that, John, with 20 knockouts between them. They're both moving and bouncing, but not sure who wants to really, truly just engage right away.
Well, when I spoke with Hermansson, he was talking about that activity on the outside. Very, very mobile fighter for his size.
That is what Dean Thomas said. He said he moves very well and he sets traps because you want to start to chase him. You want to start to corner him so that he doesn't frustrate you. The frustration gets to his opponents. And when they chase is when he secures takedowns and gets top position where he's just brutal with his ground and pound.
Hermansson sees big holes in Maheta's game. He said, I'm just a little bit better at everything. Smarter, more tactical fighter. And I think that was a big kick to the liver.
Kick, yep.
He was really happy with the last couple of fights and the strategy that the guys down at Frontline Academy and himself put together. Executed it perfectly.
Beautiful double leg shot. Now he switches to a single. In order to finish this, yep, he's got to keep it in the middle. He should have stayed down on the leg. Going up to the body allows guys to defend a lot easier than when you're on the legs. You get on a single, you move him around, make him bounce, and eventually try to find a way to get your finish.
Hermansson was happy to return here to Sao Paulo. He dropped his fight by submission to Cesar Ferreira right here in this very arena. Wants to settle that score with Sao Paulo. But at the moment, he is under attack with some very heavy shots. Massive right hand there by Maheta.
He was doing a good job of keeping his hands up and blocking the majority of those shots, but one snuck through, and it really got his attention.
Hermansson hasn't been knocked out in his career. He tends to do that to his opponents, but he is standing opposite a man who has just frightening striking.
Hermansson back on his movement, bouncing in and out. Santos seems to be wanting to recharge the battery for another one of those big explosions that he just had.
Santos, really popular fighter. Noted that at the weigh-ins yesterday as well. He actually opened up a martial arts gym in Rio to help kids, which I admire him for, always giving back to his community.
Hermansson has a lot of redness on the right side of his body from that one body kick. If you're Santos, you go back to that.
Santos flicking out that jab. Worth noting as well that he's training at American Top Team, not just TFT MMA, which was his Brazilian home. A lot of Brazilians choosing to go to American Top Team these days, DC.
Yeah, they go there to get with that big team, and once they start to find success, they really do attribute it to the big team at American Top Team, the great group of coaches, the training partners, the world-class facilities, and you're seeing a lot of these young Brazilian guys go there, improve, and they're starting to show in the UFC's rankings.
Santos, a former paratrooper in the Brazilian army.
That's the difference. Santos is throwing everything with big power, whereas Hermansson's actually just popping his jab out. So he may be actually saying, you know what? Explode right now. Use all your energy, and I'm going to take over this fight as it goes longer.
It's interesting you should say that. I've just looked at my notes, and these TKO wins he's had recently have come in round number 2. So it looks like he can maintain that power to that point, but what about the 3rd round?
Yeah, he's got to save some of that energy, especially for a guy like Hermansson. Oh, big left hook there off that body kick.
Hermansson attended a seminar with Gary Tonin and Gordon Ryan recently. So if this does get down to the mat, look for him to employ some of that Danaher Death Squad leg lock style, but he's under attack now. We may not see a second round. That is it! Thiago Santos gets another knockout victory at home in Brazil.
Wow, what a finish by Santos. Right at the very end of the round, he finishes the fight. Hermansson still on the ground right now. Obviously hurt, but really disappointed also.
Hermansson has never been knocked out before. The very first man to do that was Thiago Marreta Santos. A huge specimen at middleweight with bundles of power and technique.
A lot of times it's when you take punches in combination. You can take one, but when you start to take 3, 4, 5 strikes in a row, fight's over.
Hold it there, DC. Our Movement of the Fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, covering 99% of people in the US with a network that's more reliable than ever.
You saw Santos just recharge the battery. He has these big explosions, jumping body kick, followed it up with a big combination. That left uppercut lands, and then he just unloads on Hermansson. 1 second, I think, was left in the round when the fight was stopped by the referee. But there you go, left uppercut lands, Hermansson goes down, and then he just goes off.
Let's check
Listen
out the
to
timing. It was done. It was done inside for sure.
He was done, but it was right at the end of the round. Great call by the official.
Lovely stuff. Congratulations to Thiago Santos on an explosive performance here in Sao Paulo. We'll give him his moment after these. Welcome back. Let's go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer and make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jaron Villel has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 59 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos, you are on a roll, my man. You are finishing fights. How does it feel to come home and finish a tough guy like Hermansson?
Thiago, você tá com tudo, tá terminando as lutas. Como é que é terminar um cara desse aqui em casa?
Ah, muito feliz, né, cara? Pô, proporcionar aí esse espetáculo pro público aí. Ei, São Paulo! Vão gritar!
I'm very happy to be able to give a great show to these people here. What's up, São Paulo?
You had him hurt early in the round. Then it seemed to take a little bit of a break, and at the very end, you exploded again, landed a beautiful left hook to finish him. Walk us through this finish at the end of the first round.
Você machucou ele no começo do round, parece que descansou um pouco e aí atacou ele de novo no final. Fala como é que foi o final da luta.
Então, a ideia era a gente não ir com tudo, não administrar. O Jack é um ótimo lutador também, tem uma movimentação muito boa. É um médio rápido, que se movimenta assim como eu. Então a estratégia é não entrar no jogo de ficar se movimentando tanto, ficar mais plantado e como um atirador de elite, acertar ele.
Yeah, the plan was to pace myself. He moves forward a lot, he moves around a lot, and that was exactly the plan.
You're in the top 15. You will want a big fight now. How do you move yourself into the top 10? Who do you want to fight next?
Você está no top 15 do ranking. Como é que você faz? Quem você tem que encarar agora para entrar no top 10?
Quem decide é o público, é o UFC. Who are next? Quem é o próximo? Qualquer um, eu tô pronto.
The crowd makes that choice in the UFC. Who's next? I'm ready.
Thiago Santos, Sao Paulo.